What's up, buttercups? God, even after all this time and time away, I still fucking love saying that. Today, I want to address a powerful question and potent struggle that I know so many of you women out there are gonna be able to relate to. And it's kind of a biggie, so brace yourselves. This request came in from a wonderful, amazing follower over on Instagram. She asked to remain anonymous. Here's what she writes. Hi, Amy. I want to learn how to stop feeding from the trough of male attention and stop living in the energy, again, this is a quote, that nothing is more important than this guy in front of me liking me, choosing me, and wanting to fuck me. You mentioned this in video, and I would love to hear more on how to break this cycle. Okay, so quick side note, if you don't know the video that she's referencing, it's an IGTV that I posted. I'll share it here in a second. I've recently started dating this wonderful guy, and amidst everything happening, I find myself being really needy at times, and I recognize it as being this constant need for male attention. This need for attention and needing to be wanted, chosen, liked, sexually desired. It's so sneaky and it's so ingrained in my way of thinking. With the guy I'm dating now, I feel I need more attention from him because it makes me feel more secure, when actually he's always been completely upfront in telling me that he likes me. I really want to heal this needy energy in a relationship so I can independently determine if this relationship is something I actually want. Wow. Okay, so yeah, Anonymous is referencing an IGTV video that I shared a couple months back that tens of thousands of you said that you really resonated with. I'm gonna share it, but first, what a genius fucking level of awareness and quite the endeavor to want to embark upon. I salute you, milady. This struggle of like bottomless neediness and prioritizing others above ourselves, so common, so tragic. I'm gonna explain why. Watch this clip. How to keep him interested, question mark. P.S. love you. I love you. I really like this question. Let's break it down. So here's the deal. If you are going into a dating situation, a potential romantic connection, and the question in the back of your mind is, how do I keep him interested? You have already lost his interest. And that's because questions like this are always coming from an approval-seeking place. We don't believe that we are inherently interesting, fascinating, complex, divine, sexy, irresistible creatures. So we think that we have to do a lot of like fancy Cirque du Soleil style personality gymnastics to like, ooh, let me get him, trap him, interest him, intrigue him, when really doing so will just cause him to yawn and tap out. Unfortunately, because this approach, this behavior is so the norm. How do I get him to like me? How do I get him to want me, to find me interesting? That's how so many women walk through the world. We are taught to feed at the trough of male attention and male approval. And as a result, we learn to stray from ourselves, to betray who we really are, to give our power away, because there's nothing more important than this guy sitting in front of me, liking me and wanting to fuck me and wanting to choose me. That's the most important thing. And it's not the most important thing. The most important thing, and this is my opinion, you can take it or leave it, is that you learn how to live as the fullest expression of yourself, of your most empowered self, that you live a life that lights you up. And the irony, babe, here's the fucked up part. They will come running for you. You will be sending out a tractor beam to the universe that says, send great love to me. Only the good ones who really see me clearly and are ready to love at my level and take on the world together. You do that, and you'll become a nonstop boner parade. I'm just warning you. And this is the stuff that we can't hack and we can't fake. So yeah, like learning how to do this, right? How to like snap out of the spell of like, oh, I need this guy to like me. I need this guy to, why do you think I talk about this stuff so much? Well, number one, because this was my journey, because nobody was feeding at the trough harder and hungrier than I was. Truthfully, and if that worked, if that approach worked, like I need him to like me, how do I get him to like, I would fucking teach it in code. I would send you like, you know, the sneaky 9 texts to get him eating out of the palm of your hand or whatever, some such bullshit. But it doesn't work. I mean, it sometimes works in the short term, definitely doesn't work in the long term. It's not gonna get you the love and the respect and the adoration that you so deserve and desire. It's also not gonna help you feel more secure in yourself. So yeah, I know. I hate that it's so hard. I wish it was easy, but you know what? If it was easy, everybody would do it. And you're not everybody. So that's all I got. Yeah, let's just like sit with that for a second. Just let it settle. So yes, in order to stop feeding up the trough of male attention, male approval, which again is something we are conditioned and trained to do, there is a pivot that a lot of women have to make, and it needs to be made in a big way, okay? Where we all collectively shift from this.
But how do I keep him interested? How do I get him to want me? How do I get him to want me back the way that I want him? How do I get him to choose me consistently? How do I get him to like me? How do I ensure that he keeps choosing me and this relationship so that I get to continue feeling okay and okay with myself and like that I am lovable and choosable as long as he keeps choosing me?
Yeah, wow. We all got to shift from that version of outsourced approval and security to how do I, as woman, see through and heal this programmed addiction with receiving attention, approval, validation, and love from the opposite sex at the expense of my own wholeness and sanity and well-being? How do I pursue relationships from a place of empowered fulfillment? How do I do that? That is a hard pivot. That's like a you fucking turn that a lot of ladies and a lot of you out there are telling me you're ready to make. Sometimes it kind of cracks me up actually, because people will call me a relationship coach or a dating coach. And for the sake of convenience, I've even referred to myself that way, but I don't identify with either of those titles, because what my work is actually about and what the women who want to work with me, what they come to me for is power retrieval. Think about that. Power retrieval, because that's what Anonymous is really looking for here. How do you stop giving your power away in relationships? How do you stop losing yourself and legitimately hurting yourself and your relationships by being so dependent on others to fill you up, to make you feel okay, to be your source of security in the world? How do we stop doing all of that? Well, this is how it goes. You ready? We learn how to interrupt those old patterns, old programming, time and time again, and we start to take our power back. Little by little, morsel by morsel. We decide to go on a mission of power retrieval all over our lives. Where am I giving my power away? And then we take it back, because this shit is pervasive AF. And this is exactly what I will be digging into and sharing with you in the weeks and months to come right here on the YouTubes. So while I can't answer this specific question that you're beautifully presenting, Anonymous, in this one single video, I can promise that you're not alone in this, and that in the coming weeks and months, I will be sharing videos, a whole series with specific practices and tools and tips for you to use as you go on this mission of power retrieval. So I hope that you are so ready to step into your full power as a female, as a standalone human, as a partner, as a mother, as someone who is ready to stop operating on autopilot and stop chasing after, like the next confidence quick fix in the form of some man of the moment. Because aren't we so done with that, ladies? Like, aren't you exhausted? Aren't you sick of circling that same block? And don't you think the men in your life and in your world are exhausted by this too? Like, don't our relationships deserve more and deserve better from us? Isn't it time that we show up as the most grounded, centered, self-supportive, whole individuals that we actually are? Like, don't we all deserve better? I'm on team we deserve better. So we're gonna do better. My loves, my lights, we are gonna go on a fucking ride together, and I am so stoked because it is power take back time. Power take back time. Because the ways in which women are asked and expected to just give their power away all over the place, it is insidious, it's exhausting, it's everywhere, and we do not have to live that way. Because yes, you, my love, you get to live and thrive as the most fully expressed, vivacious, delicious, intoxicating, splendiferous version of you. That's my mission. So please stay tuned for my new series that is going to drop in the weeks to come. It's gonna be so full of yummy goodness. I know you're gonna love it. And if you have a spectacular woman in your life who's been on a journey of like waking up and doing like the hard pivot thing, who's ready to also take her power back, make sure that you share this video with her, get her on board, be little accountability buddies to each other, because we are all in this together. And if you liked this video, if you don't want to miss what's to come, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, and click the link that's down in the description box to get on my email list over at amyyoungcoaching.com, because I would really love to get to keep in touch with you that way as well. Mad love, big kisses, and until next time, I'll see ya.